welcome to our history video this week. I'm Mrs. Ambrose, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Transcontinental Railroad, Cowboys, our timeline, and our bricks and mortar statement today. So it's week one, and let's begin. This week we are going to be talking about the Transcontinental Railroad and Cowboys in class. These are exciting events in history. These are things that your student could really easily get excited about. So go ahead and go to your local library. Look out for some great books about the Old West.
A great further reading list can be found at www.pbs.org/wgbh/American Experience/features/further-reading/TCRR-further-reading.
Look out for some great books about some historical figures in the Old West. Perhaps your student would like to look up the Chinese laborers and their involvement in the Transcontinental Railroad. All of these things could be really helpful and exciting. If you want to, get an Old Western. It's not exactly perfectly historically accurate, but it's a great place to start sparking that interest. And remember, that is our goal. We want to spark your child's interest. With a classical education, we are getting these pegs ready. We'll hang more information on them as each student is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and go with our bricks and mortar statement. So this week's bricks and mortar statement has to do with the Transcontinental Railroad. So our statement is, the Transcontinental Railroad connected the eastern U.S. railroad system from Iowa to San Francisco Bay, which made goods and travel for Americans much faster and less expensive. Let's read that again. The Transcontinental Railroad connected the eastern U.S. railroad system from Iowa to San Francisco Bay, which made goods and travel for Americans much faster and less expensive. This is really important stuff. That is really what transformed and connected the Western United States and the Eastern United States. It was not from the East Coast to the West Coast. It was not a system that connected directly, but through the Eastern U.S. railroad system, you could get to Iowa, and from Council Bluffs, Iowa, you could get all the way to San Francisco Bay due to the Transcontinental Railroad. The bricks I'm going to give you this week that you might look up, you might study, you can go online, you can go to the library, whatever you like. The bricks I'm going to give you are American West, Golden Spike, Overland Route, Lin Sou, Vaquero, Cattle Drive, and Open Range. So I'm going to hopefully get all of those listed on the video, and you can look up those bricks, build upon them, and remember our mortar statement. I will say it one more time for you. The Transcontinental Railroad system connected the eastern U.S. railroad system from Iowa to San Francisco Bay, which made goods and travel for Americans much faster and less expensive. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to our timeline. And I'm going to be using the Classical Conversations Modern World Timeline cards. You are not required to use these. They just happen to be something I already own. So that's what we're going to be using for timeline. We're going to start with the Civil War. We call it Lincoln's War between the states and on the timeline cards, but we're just going to go ahead and refer to it as the Civil War in class. And we're going to mark that as 1861. Obviously that was from 1861 to 1865, but on your timeline we're just going to go ahead and start at 1861. So the Civil War, Reconstruction of the Southern States, 1865, Dominion of Canada, 1867, Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany, 1871. So, for the Civil War, we're just going to go ahead and go Civil War, C-W, Civil War. Then for Reconstruction of the Southern States, we're going to make building blocks. Reconstruction of the Southern States. So we'll go back, Civil War, Reconstruction of the Southern States. Then we're going to go Dominion of Canada. So for Dominion of Canada, we're going to go ahead with Queen Victoria, Dominion of Canada. So we're going to make a crown on our head, Dominion of Canada, Dominion of Canada. And finally, for Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany, we're going to go Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. So let's go back to the beginning and do all of those. We're going to start with the Civil War, reconstruction of the southern states, Dominion of Canada, and Otto von Bismarck unifies Germany. That's our timeline for this week, and that's my video. Hope to see you next week in class. Bye.